Hey guys, it's Mike Chen and happy Valentine's Day! Okay, sorry if I just freaked anybody out. Did anyone seriously just start panicking and checking their calendars? Let me know in the comments. Now don't worry, it's not February 14th, so no need to panic unless you're in China because it's Chinese Valentine's Day today. So if you have a Chinese significant other, make sure to take them somewhere nice. And if you just started a relationship with a Chinese person, this is your chance to earn some extra fortune cookie points by doing something nice for them and surprising them with the fact that you knew today was Chinese Valentine's Day. Now, some of you may be curious as to, well, why is today Chinese Valentine's Day? So in this video, I'm gonna tell you. Chinese Valentine's Day is called Qi Xi Jie in Chinese, which means 7th evening festival. It is on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month on the lunar calendar. And there is a really beautiful yet really sad legend attached to this day. Of course, there are many versions, but here's the one I always heard. According to legend, a long time ago, there was a heavenly maiden named Zhinyu, or Weaver Maiden, and she was the youngest daughter of the Jade Emperor, the ruler of the heavens. And she was called this because she was very skilled at weaving beautiful patterns and colors. And I was always told that when you see a beautiful blue sky or a brilliant rainbow, it must have come from Zhinyu's skillful hands. Of course, Zhinyu lived in the heavens, but on earth there was a young man named Niu Lang, or cow herder, who was born into a poor family in southern China. His parents died when he was young and he lived alone and tended cows for a living. Although he was poor, Niu Lang was honest and kind. And one day, when tending to his cows, Niu Lang saw several heavenly maidens descending to the riverside from heaven. They all went to the river, took off their clothes, and went in for a bath. And this was really not cool, but Niu Lang saw all this and was stunned by their beauty, especially that of the youngest one. Then suddenly, a cow he has tended for many years suddenly started to speak to him and said, "Her name is Zhinyu, and if you hide her dress, she will not be able to return to the heavens, and she will stay and marry you." Okay, kind of a sinister plan from a cow. And Niu Lang, although this was really not cool of him, but he hid her dress, and when the maidens were ready to leave, Zhinyu couldn't find her dress and had to stay behind. This was when Niu Lang went up to her and returned her dress, but by this time, the opportunity for Zhinyu to return to the heavens had passed, so she had to stay on earth. I mean, this would be a really awkward encounter, but Niu Lang expressed right there his love for Zhinyu. Yeah, Chinese guys were a lot more forward back then, and while not happy that he had hidden her dress, she saw that Niu Lang was a kind man, so she agreed to stay and marry him. And despite the events of their meeting, Niu Lang and Zhinyu lived a happy life together. And in a blink of an eye, 2 years quickly passed. But 2 years on Earth is really just a fleeting moment in the heavens. As soon as Zhinyu's sisters returned to heaven, the Jade Emperor discovered that his youngest daughter was not among them. He then saw that she had married a mortal man on Earth. He became furious and asked the heavenly queen to lead soldiers to bring Zhinyu back. On Earth, the sky suddenly became dark and the wind started to roar. Moments later, the heavenly soldiers came and took away Zhinyu. Although suspecting this day may come, Niu Lang was still taken by surprise and he became desperate. He put each of his kids in a basket and carried the 2 baskets with a long pole over his shoulder. Niu Lang started to run after those who had captured his wife. And as the heavenly soldiers ascended to heaven with Zhinyu, Niu Lang found himself ascending with them. He ran desperately towards them until the distance between him and his wife seemed to be getting closer. But at this time, the heavenly queen threw her golden hairpin in front of Niu Lang. The hairpin instantly turned into a giant river, separating him from his wife. And the river later transformed into the Milky Way. Because of this, there's nothing Niu Lang and Zhinyu could do but look at each other across the broad heavenly river with tears in their eyes as they longed to be by each other's side. Moved by their great love, heavenly swallows formed a bridge with their bodies over the river. The heavenly queen also saw how much Niu Lang and Zhinyu loved each other and was also very moved. Because of this, she allowed them to cross the swallow-formed bridge and meet, but only once a year on the eve of their forced separation, the 7th day of the 7th month. And so on this night, if you look around, you're gonna find very few swallows, as most of them have gone up to form the heavenly bridge. And if the wind is calm and you listen carefully, you may hear the murmuring of Niu Lang and Zhinyu expressing their love and longing for each other. So there you go, guys. I've always really enjoyed this legend and hopefully you have as well. Again, happy Chinese Valentine's Day. I'll see you later.